For today's video, we will answer a math challenge given by one of our followers from India. And the question goes like this. Solve for the real value of x, given that logarithm of x plus 6 to the base of x equals 2. Now you can pause this video if you want to give this problem a try. And now, let's answer this question together. Alright, so our goal here is to solve for the real value of x that satisfies this equation, logarithm of x plus 6 to the base of x equals 2. Now, to answer this question, we will use some properties of logarithm. Specifically, we will use the change of base property. If we have logarithm of a to the base of b, this can be written as logarithm of a to the base of c over logarithm of b to the base of c. Now, we will choose base c, and let's choose base 10. So, the left-hand side of our equation can be written as logarithm of x plus 6 to the base 10 over logarithm of x to the base 10. Now the question why we use base 10, because we can simplify this nicely as this one. So we have logarithm of x plus 6 over logarithm of x. If we don't see any base, that is consider that this logarithm is in base 10. That is automatic. So our equation now becomes logarithm of x plus 6 over logarithm of x equals 2. Now, since we're dealing with the real value of x, this x right here on the denominator cannot be a negative number or 0. So we can say that x must be greater than 0, or the value of x must be greater than 0. Also, since logarithm of x is in the denominator, this cannot be equal to 0 also. Therefore, we can say that x is not equal to 1, must be not equal to 1, because if x is 1, logarithm of 1 must be equal to 0, and we don't want to have that 1. Now, using these two conditions, that x is greater than 0 and x not equal to 1, we can now solve this kind of question. So to solve for the value of x, let's multiply both sides by the logarithm of x. Next, let's use some laws of logarithm again. If we have n multiplied by the logarithm of a to the base of b, this can be written as logarithm of a raised to the power of n to the base of b. So this n right here becomes the exponent or the power of a. Therefore, the right-hand side of our equation can be written as logarithm of x squared, or x raised to the power of 2. Now, since the two expressions are equal, and we have both in logarithm form in base 10, so we can say that x plus 6 must be equal to x squared. Therefore, we have something like x plus 6 equals x squared. This is now easy to solve because this is just a quadratic equation. So to answer this, let's equate this to 0, like this. And then take note, negative 6 is just negative 3 multiplied by 2. And negative 1 is just negative 3 plus 2. Therefore, we can factor x squared minus x minus 6 as x minus 3 multiplied by x plus 2. So let's use this factored form. Now, since it is equal to 0, so we can say, using 0 property, we can say that x minus 3 equals to 0, or x plus 2 equals 0. Now, using this first case, to solve for the value of x, let's add 3 on both sides. This will give us the value of x as 3. Now, on the second case, to solve for the value of x, let's subtract 2 on both sides. This will give us the value of x must be equal to negative 2. Now, using this condition a while ago, x is greater than 0, and x is not equal to 1, we can now disregard the value of x as negative 2. Because we know that x is greater than 0. X cannot be a negative number. Now, to clarify this, let's look at the graph of our function y equals logarithm of x plus 6 to the base of x, and y equals 2. Now, y equals logarithm of x plus 6 to the base of x. This is the green graph. So, as you can see, x cannot be equal to a negative number or 0. Therefore, x is greater than 0. Also, x cannot be equal to 1. The reason, if we have x equals 1, we have 0 on the denominator, so this x equals 1 is a vertical asymptote of this graph. Now, if we graph y equals 2, this is the blue graph. Take note that it intersects at this one point, and the coordinate of this point must be equal to 3, comma, 2. So, we can say that the only value of x satisfies this equation must be equal to x equals 3. Therefore, our answer to this question, what is the real value of x that satisfies this given equation, logarithm of x plus 6 to the base of x equals 2, then our answer is x equals 3. And as always, we are done.